Hello, and thank you for visiting my channel. I know it's been almost 2 years, but I decided to make another video. And today, I'm going to tell you how to write Japanese custom declaration form in Japanese. And I know it's something that you probably don't need to know because there's always English version or any other language, but the vocabularies are definitely useful for writing other forms, so stick with me. So this is what Japanese declaration form looks like. It's usually yellow, but maybe it's different sometime, I don't know. But this is how it looks like, and this is how it looks like in English, I believe. I've never gotten this one because I'm Japanese. So I'm going to zoom into each section so it's kind of easier to see, even though it's kind of blurry. But so the first one is, it's in the red square. It's in kanji form, which is another way to write Japanese. And those are really hard. Even Japanese people sometimes have struggle writing and reading kanji. So the first part is called tojoki and funeme and shuppatsuchi. So tojoki means flight number, and funeme is ship name, and shuppatsuchi is the city you flew or you came by the boat, or not boat, ship from. And interesting fact, shuppatsuchi means starting point or starting place. So maybe if you're on a tour in Japan, you might see shuppatsuchi as where you're starting the tour. So yeah, that's one verb, or not verb, that's one word that's useful other than this form. Next is 入国日 and 年、月、日. So 入国日 is the date of arrival in Japan, and it goes by the year, the month, and the day. And so in Japan, we usually write the date from the year, month, and then the day. I know it's different in other countries, but that's how we usually do it. And also, our country has our own way to count the year in Japan. We use both the international one and the Japanese one. And this changes when the emperor changes. So right now, it's the year of Heisei 29. So I guess it's been 29 years since the last emperor, the emperor changed. Next, shimei, furigana. So shimei is full name, and furigana is pronunciations. So usually in Japanese, we have our kanji name, sometimes mixed with hiragana, but we have our kanji name. So you write the kanji name in shimei in the big box, and you write how to pronounce that name in the smaller box. And an interesting fact is if furigana, the pronunciation is written in katakana, like how it is on here, you write your full name in katakana as well. But if this is written in hiragana, then you would write them in hiragana. Next, 住所、日本での滞在先. So this is address in Japan and where you will stay in Japan. And in the big box, that's where you'll write it. And the second smaller box is 電話. So that's your phone number. And interesting fact is that Japan's country code is plus 81. So that's how you call internationally. Next column is 職業, and it means occupation or job. So you write down what kind of job you do, and if you're a student, you write student. And the next column in the same red box is called 生年月日, 年, 月, 日. I'm sorry I forgot to write how you write the Japanese in English form, but it's written 生年月日, 年, 月, 日. So it's basically the date of birth, that's 生年月日, and you write your year, month, and day. 年, 月, 日. So, and next one is called, in the next red box is 旅券番号, which we do call it パスポート番号, and it means your passport number, basically. And in the same red box there is 同伴家族, and it means the number of family member that you're traveling with, excluding yourself. So if you have a family member that's over 20, you write on the the left side. If you have family member that's 6 to 19 years old, you write it in the middle. And then if you have family member that's under 6 years old, you write it on the left side. So you're supposed to write the number of people in that column. And the next box is it's for very specific people, for people who brings things Japan overseas. And the first one is it says number 1. It's asking whether you brought an item that is prohibited in Japan. And on the left box, it says hai, and it means yes. And on the right box, it says iie, and it means no. So if you're not bringing any of these, you have to check the right side and not the left one. Okay, so the second one is whether you have any present or product souvenirs that you bought in overseas. And third one is whether you have any product for business or samples, like food samples for business. And then the fourth is whether you have something that you received from someone and you brought it to Japan. So if you check hai, the left one, you have to write it on the B section, which is on the next page. So yes, that's what you have to do. And then this box, they're asking you whether you have any cash or stocks that is over 100 man yen, 100万yen, over 100万yen, which is in dollar, I think it's $10,000, I think. Yes. And this section is asking whether you have any products that you sent from somewhere to Japan, and you don't have it right now, but it will arrive to you in Japan. And if you have it, then you have to write another form. And then here, this box, you have to write your signature. It says shomei, and it means signature. And that's pretty important because I know you would use it to write any other forms, and it has this shomei. So that's another good word to remember. And let's go to the B section, the next page. So here you have to write what you bought, what you're bringing to Japan. And first column is called sakerui. So it's basically how alcoholic beverage that you brought in. And you have to write how many bottles. And the next one is called tabako. It's a tobacco product. And you have to write, and then there's 3 sections in tobacco, which is kamimaki, cigarettes, hamaki, cigars, sonota, others. So you have to write how many pieces for kamimaki and hamaki, and you have to write the grams for sonota. I don't know what you would bring, but yeah. And next one is perfume. So it's called kōsui, and you have to write how many ounce that you brought in. And then last one here is sonota no himme. It means other product. And suryo, that's quantity. And kakaku, that's price. So you have to write all of this. And lastly, this box basically writes things that you're not allowed to bring, so you can't bring drugs, you can't bring guns, bombs, fake products, fake brand products. Yeah, it's just don't bring it. If you're just traveling, it's not something that you want to write about, I guess. Anyways, thank you for watching my video, and I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. Bye. Sayonara.